Artemis, the goddess of wild animals, the hunt, vegetation, chastity, and childbirth, was identified by the Romans as Diana. Born on the island of Delos with her brother Apollo, Artemis quickly cultivated a love for the hunt. Apollo developed a jealousy of a hunter with whom Artemis became infatuated, Orion. Artemis contemplated marrying him and breaking her chastity. Apollo then approached Artemis and boasted about his own archery skill, betting Artemis that she cannot shoot a far-off object. Unfortunately, with Artemis's prowess, she hit the target. That target turned out to be Orion. In an alternate death story, Orion boasts he can hunt any animal, and in doing so, he angers Gaia. Consequently, Gaia dispatched a giant scorpion. Again, Orion is killed and Artemis places him in the sky as a constellation for eternity. There is then the story of Niobe, a daughter of Tantalus who bore 14 children. Niobe boasts that she is a better mother than Leto, the mother of Artemis. Out of rage and offense, Apollo and Artemis kill all of Niobe's children, the Niobids. Brutal murder. Another myth involving Artemis was about a giant named Tityus who attempted to have sex with Leto. Again, out of their protective nature, Apollo and Artemis throw Tityus into Tartarus. Indeed, Artemis was a moon goddess, but she is not to be confused with Selene, the Titan personification of the moon. Artemis was a successor to the powerful pre-Greek female deities, including Hecate from Hesiod's Theogony. However, unlike the powerful ancient pre-Greek female deities, Artemis was stripped of her reproductive function while retaining her other powers. As a result, she had a connection to Patnia Theron, or the mistress of beasts. In the Iliad, Artemis supports the Trojan side along with Apollo. And in Aeschylus's Agamemnon, the first play in the Orestia, the Greek fleet stalled at Aulis, or Euboea, on the way to Troy, and the sons of Atreus killed the wild animals sacred to Artemis. Due to Artemis's protective nature, once again, she stopped all of the winds and required a sacrifice of a girl to allow the fleet to sail once again via the winds. Agamemnon, in response to this, offered his daughter Iphigenia, and he tricked his wife Clytemnestra to send Iphigenia by claiming the great Achilles would marry her. And so Clytemnestra was sent from Mycenae to the Greek fleet at Aulis. In one myth, Iphigenia is sacrificed so that the fleet can sail again, but in another, a deer is sacrificed in her place. And as you know, the rest is history, and they made their way to Troy. The other stories with Artemis involve her hunters. In one, the Theban hero Actaeon stumbled upon Artemis and her hunters while bathing naked. And Artemis transformed Actaeon into a stag, whereupon he was killed by his own hunting dogs. There is then the myth of Callisto. Zeus disguised himself as Artemis to seduce Callisto, one of Artemis's hunters. In 3 different myth versions, Callisto was transformed into a bear by Zeus in one, Hera in another, and Artemis in a third. And as a bear, Callisto then gives birth to Arcas, from which the name Arcadia arose, who was one day grew up to shoot his mother while hunting, thinking she was a regular bear. And as a result, Callisto was put up in the sky forever as a constellation for eternity.